Alright, hey guys, today we're going to be converting a normal Boring PS4 into a Metal Gear Solid 4 Edition PS4 using this little kit thing. As you can see, this looks a lot like the original coloring. It even has the yellowish logo. You probably can't tell because this is indoor lighting. But anyway, the link where you can get this from should be in the description. Make sure you choose, pick who you order from. The default one, which will give you like Amazon Prime free shipping and stuff, that will actually possibly give you the wrong color. I saw a lot of reviews saying people were getting the wrong colors and stuff. So I looked at, and there was only 2 people who sold this. So I was looking at who sold this, and one of the people was based in China, but they had 100% perfect reviews. And the other person had like 97 or something. So I'm guessing that this person shipped the right color. Some of them were just red, and that's not the color of the Metal Gear Solid collection. It's supposed to be more of a maroon off red. And so I ordered from the other company. It took a lot longer than 2 days to get here because, you know, standard shipping from China. But as you can see, that looks exactly like it. Again, you probably can't see because this camera makes everything look a little bit yellow. But yeah, so the first thing you want to do is wipe down with a damp cloth. I cannot say this enough times, damp, not wet. So you just do that, take it through the creases. You're mainly just doing the front plate, so just make sure you get all the dust off because you don't want anything dust or dirt under there. Microfiber cloth, yes, would actually be better, but we're not going to worry about that. This is going to be hard to install because as far as I can see, they didn't give any instructions. They just gave the controller cover, Diamond Dogs, and this is for the hard drive plate, and this is for the bottom part, and I guess this is for the bottom of your PS4 if you want to make it more black. We're not going to do that today. And inside, and then they have this really nice, oh, they get 2 of them. See another one in there. And then you get this nice piece of styrofoam they use to make it so it doesn't get bent in shipping. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is the hard drive part. It's a little bit farther up. I have to have my camera out of the way because I want to be really careful with this. So again, make sure it's all wiped down on all the parts that are going to have it applied. I should have done this outside now that I think about it. Then you can actually see better. Move the camera up. Alright. And what we're going to do is, let's see if it's multiple parts. It looks like this is multiple parts. It's not just folded down as you see here. See multiple stickers. So let's be very, very careful. Hold on. I'm looking at this. I see PS4 on this part. So I guess it goes like this. No. Okay, so this is the bottom part. Okay, so the part that says PS4 on it is the bottom. So I think we should start with the sides first. So let's move the camera back. Hopefully the battery will actually last this long. Alright, pull out the first sticker. That's the one that says PS4. Let's go ahead and line that up as best we can. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but do the best we can. These are actually stickers, so they're not going to be easy to remove. And we missed. Alright, so don't push it down until you're absolutely sure you're done. The best thing to do is line up on this corner right here. So, line it up. I'm really bad at this in case you didn't know. Alright, oops. Remember, this is a sticker, so the more times you have to pull it up, the worse it's going to look overall. Alright, so there we go. Not good, a little bit higher. You may want to just get someone else to install this if you're having trouble. I'm going to put my finger under the bottom so I don't push it down too far. Just try to line up as best I can. Alright, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. Power button is right here. You can't really see it. The power button ends where my finger ends. So that's as good as it's going to get once lined up. And the bottom part is not straight at all. So this is by no means an easy process. Keep clicking the mouse. Alright. So it may be best just to line it up on the bottom so this doesn't look as weird, and that time it's too far over. Alright. And that time it's too far down. So just hold it and then stretch it, and you'll get it just about right. As you can see, there's a tiny gap down there, but that's probably as good as it's going to get. Let's just try one more time. Yeah, we're running out of stickiness already. We've just gotten started. So you want to have it all the way up to the power button for the best look. Let's see if we can get some piece of cardboard to help us with this. Okay. We're putting a piece of cardboard under a flat piece of cardboard. Under the actual bottom flap, you should be able to line it up a little bit easier on the bottom. Okay. And that was just as bad. Alright. So okay. Oh man, I had it. Okay, that's probably as good as it's going to get. It's a little bit off, but from far away no one's going to notice. I'm probably out of stickiness already. Alright, so as you can see there's a little gap right here, but no one's going to notice it. You probably can't even see it that well from that far away. And yeah, this is extremely difficult to install, but we'll add a nice good overall look to it. Oh, and hey look, they give you this nice extra strip right here. So if you miss some on the top, you can just fill it in with this. That's cool. I think that's supposed to be the corner piece. Alright, so let's go ahead and break that off. Use that to fill in the top. Maybe we should use this last, but... So basically if you're installing it, try to fill it in. Make sure that at least the bottom part's covered it. You can always fill in the top part with this filler strip that they give you. How very nice of them. Assuming you can actually get the filler strip on, right? Which I think is actually supposed to be a corner piece, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's not going. We'll worry about that afterwards. Use the filler strips last. Alright, now for this big piece right here that covers the entire bottom of the console. This is going to be really interesting to try to get on. Let's go. Alright. Because this is going to adhere really fast. Try to line it up with the line. Okay. There we go. And somehow we're... Okay, let's pull it up a little bit. Stretch it out as far as possible. Then we'll definitely need that last filler strip for here. And by trying to apply it that way, I hit some air bubbles. Gotta pull it up again. Get those air bubbles out and just stretch it as much as you can. And just spread it out. Try to get the air bubbles out as soon as possible. And alright, not bad so far. We're going to definitely need those extra pieces. Alright, now let's decide how far are we into the video. 9 minutes, cool. I'll probably just show you guys without the filler strips because those are going to take quite a long time for me to get just right. Alright, so this looks a bit easier. I'm missing a little bit more than a filler strip to fill in up top. Let's just go ahead and throw that on. Since this one's all maroon, should be fairly easy. There we go. That fills in that pretty well. Again, not perfect, but I mean for like $10 or however much that is. Now the bottom of the console looks great. You see the front, side, bottom. Alright, let's go ahead and start on the top. Move the camera up a little bit and over. Alright. So now for the top. We're going to do the exact same thing. Get the big piece first. Let's just take care of that. Alright, it's off the sticker sheet. Now line up as best we can. Alright, I think that did it. Alright, now carefully, ooh, we got some air bubbles. Gotta get those out before it gets farther down. And there we go. And alright, let's see if we can move the camera back. Not bad so far. $10 in my terrible sticky end. You can tell there's some sticker problems at the bottom, but I mean, other than that, ooh, yeah, that's not good. Try to fix that real quick. Just completely reapply the sticker at the bottom. Way too far out. There we go, much better. See, you can't even tell there's a little small piece of black missing. Alright, now for the front Sony logo. Here we go. Oops, got too much. And remember to pull off the little filler piece so it doesn't come with it. And sometimes you might want to put that a little bit off. Alright, this part's pretty easy. Well, it looks easy. Remember, you want to start from the bottom because the top part can always be filled in later. Alright, looks good. Oh, let's move it over to the left a little bit. Start with the bottom left. There we go. Ooh, too low. You can see here there's a bigger gap. You want the gap to be fairly even. Try it one more time. You can't see it, but I'm trying to use my fingers here and here to try to line up where this needs to go. Just get it started. Alright. And that's probably as good as it's going to get. I'll use the fill-in strip to fill it in some more. Try to just push it up a little bit. Alright, as you see, I have two pretty obvious gaps right there, but remember we have the filler strips to fix those. And let's do the final side. Got quite a bit of dust in here. Before you do anything, on the side you want to make sure all the dust is cleared out. Remember, damp, not wet. You don't want any water getting inside your PS4. Alright. Last strip, as you can see, it's starting to a little extra bit. Starting to get in the way a tiny bit. Alright, so just line this up. Looks like it almost doesn't fit. Alright. So we find out whatever side's on better. For me it's this side. And just go ahead and push it across. That should fill in the other side. And we're missing a little bit down there. Not a huge deal again. Alright. And that's just about it. go ahead and use our extra bits. Where's the other sheet? Okay, get rid of this black seam right there. Take this, just put it right atop of that. Yeah, it just magically disappears. Oh. Come on. It had it going right there, but it just kind of went off on its own. Alright, so just keep pushing it into the little crevice. Of course I'm using the wrong one. Okay, it doesn't like going on corners, so you just kind of have to push it on the side a little bit. Okay, that doesn't actually look great. As you can see, it messes up the lighting that goes across it. Alright, okay. So overall, this is pretty much the finished product. You can definitely tell this was literally just like a scanned-in version of the official PS4. The logo is not really as sharp. It's a little bit blurry up here. Text looks okay though. But yeah, this is a really cool product, and I really like to highly recommend it, but it's just super, super hard to install. I guess this is probably true of all skins, but when you want something that's actually a console design, you want it to be a more seamless look. And when you have someone go over and say, oh cool, you got the Phantom Pain PS4, and then I see that, like, it just kind of, I don't know, I feel like it kind of detracts from the look at all. Overall, I still like it. There's no way I'm taking this thing off. I spent way too much time on it, and I spent like $10 on it, but I've seen some people on the Amazon page who have had it like perfect, but again, it's really, really hard. Maybe easier for you if you've done decals before, but overall, I think it's really cool, but there's a lot of things you have to think about when going with this. Let's just put this last piece on, and these little extra pieces that actually fill it in are nice, but they're kind of hard to install too. Alright, and I just make the overall look they make it look kind of weird to have all these extra pieces, but it does really fill in the look. But yeah, the color looks really nice. Actually, it looks a little bit faded, I guess because of how the scan looks, but I'd rather have faded than, you know, it's bright red or bright orange. So overall, I think this looks really nice. Sorry, I don't think this looks really nice. I think this looks pretty nice. Definitely worth the $10 if you want your PS4 to not look boring, but don't expect to impress anyone with this. That's all I'm going to really say. I'll have a link in the description where you can buy it from. Make sure you buy it from the same seller I did. I'll have a link to I'll have the seller's name written in there too. So yeah, I guess enjoy if you decide to buy this. I hope this video determined whether you actually want to buy it or not. Looking at it now, I can actually see the front PS3 part, PS4 part actually has some, you know, I don't know what it's called, but when you start to run out of ink, has some streaking in it. You can't definitely see it from there. Let's see if I can get you to look a little bit closer. Nope, low light. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it there. Again, we're in low light, but see that? Yeah, it's not great. But again, you can't tell from far away anyway, so if you want a fake Phantom Pain PS4, this is probably the cheapest way to possibly get one. If someone's not like standing directly in front of your PS4, like if it's on a shelf or whatever, you just want to have this in the background, it'll probably look pretty fine. But at closer inspection, this is not going to really impress anyone. It looks, unless you're really, really good at applying decals, they're definitely going to say like, oh, you put stickers all over it. So yeah, I'm going to definitely keep it on because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I think it looks better than my old PS4. Before I just had this on the cover, so it said Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. Not as cool as this. But overall, it's cool, but not a very high quality print. Definitely a print with all these print marks on the front. But it's cool. It's cool, but if it's worth it to you, that's up to you. So alright, I'll see you guys later. Just get making use for the thumbnail, I guess. And yeah, bye.